So what if I get started early? Hi everybody. How's it going? How we doing? How's it going? Let me make sure that I have everything set up properly. I am now on 2 monitors. So this is going to be it's going to take me a second to get used to this, but hopefully everything is working correctly and I can see everything. Hi Dino. Hi Dino man, how you doing? Everybody's doing good. So far, I need to install. Someone told me I need to install a thingy that makes it when I click a tab on another screen that Minecraft doesn't close because currently it just kind of closes, and that's not great. But hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? We are not working on the aquarium because there are big spoilers over there for the next episode. I am working on the next episode. This is actually going to be in the next episode. I'm going to do a new thing every episode where basically I pick a section of my park and I fill it with the trees that are supposed to be there, but I've been neglecting to actually build. I think I don't remember when it was because it was so long ago. I want to say episode 8. I just dedicated to full on building out this forest. And if we walk through it, or if you saw it in the world tour or something, you notice that there are these areas that, like right here, this is so empty and it looks so bad. The coarse dirt only applies to the fence line. There's this area right here, again, same thing, where there's like nothing here where there really should be. So every video, essentially, I want to basically just pick a section of my park and add trees to it, and like work kind of between the enclosures. There's so many of those kind of like areas, like boom, boom are 2 right there. This along here, like this section. Eventually, this is all gonna need stuff right there, right there. Like I could go around and just point out all the areas that like actually need something to be put in them that I just haven't. So once per episode, you'll see it in the next one. I'm just gonna take some time and actually fill out a section with trees. So today I think we're gonna tackle this little section, like right here and right here, maybe kind of along here. I'm just kind of feeling like tree building, and I can't really show you what's happening over at the aquarium as of right now. Maybe I'll do a little teaser at the end, but it's nearly done. There's a couple of things that I'm still working on wrapping that up, and it should be pretty cool. Howdy, Ryan. How you doing? How's the fatherland? Yeah. So like next video, I'm hoping will come out this week at some point. I've got probably more than half edited, and it really just I'm working on a couple more things that just need to go into it, and stuff. So I think we're gonna set up over here. And everyone needs to remind me to actually use the replay mod today. Let's see. Actually, I should probably really quickly reset my instance. I forgot that I've been playing for like several hours, and if you don't reset it, then your replay footage, like your raw replay footage, is like hours long, and that's really annoying. So we're gonna reset it real quick. I'm sorry, I should have done this beforehand. Hello, Dino Boy. How you doing? Oh, I also got a new light. I've got a fun blue thingy light source in the background, and I hope I set up my room kind of good, so that way I'm like kind of cool looking. Probably not, but you know. But yeah, I got a big new fancy monitor, and I have my old one off to the side here, which is how I'm seeing the chat and everything right now, which is really, really cool. I'm gonna probably like mess around with different configurations and stuff, so that way I can like see things. Okay, Lilia. I will here's what I'll say is I'll probably put show you guys a little bit something towards the end of the stream, because I've been working really, really hard back there. It's I don't remember when was the last time I streamed on there. It must have been a couple weeks ago, because I don't remember showing you any of the new stuff. But yes, we're gonna build some trees. I probably need to actually preemptively go get some more birch leaves. So we'll go out this direction and actually start getting some birch leaves, because they're one of the most common leaf types I use. So and I do okay, so the aquarium is happening, or like the next episode of the aquarium is happening next episode, and it should Let me think. So that one's mostly focused on the mosasaur. I think I've posted a couple teasers in my Discord for, I don't know if I did it for just everybody or for the members only. I don't remember. But that one is going to come out this week. It's mainly focused on the mosas. The mosas are actually in the world and fully grown. So there's your first spoiler of the evening. And so they're looking really, really cool in their enclosure. They're, like, in terms of, like, foliage and texturing, their enclosure is pretty much done, I want to say. I'm going to work on a couple more details and stuff, and, like, some of the building aspects I want to throw in today and tomorrow, and whatever I don't get finished, we'll probably just have to save for another episode, because if I haven't said it already, I started a new job this week for an engineering firm, so I'm now a grown up, I guess. I have an office job. I have a nice desk. It has dual monitors, so I still feel really cool. But yeah, so that's kind of eating a bunch of my time lately. And then obviously the holidays kind of made me not be able to play so much because I was with family and such. So yeah, so that was the big thing. That is why this next video is taking so long. But it should be fairly big. And a fairly good video, in my opinion. I think the build is pretty cool. There's a couple things I would change, but you'll see when the video comes out. Dino Boy. Oh, you built an aquarium loosely inspired by mine? Cool. You should post pictures of it in my Discord with the, in the, like, build section so I can see. I like when, I really, like, it's kind of strange to me that, like, people see my videos and, like, actually get inspired to build their own things. I think it's so cool. Because I'm like, wow, you guys, like, it's very flattering, is what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's like, wow, you guys think that my builds are cool enough to actually, like, inspire your own. That, like, that really means a lot to me, and it's like it's like the ultimate form of flattery, honestly. The streams do not count to the every 10 episodes. Mostly because I just want to stream a bunch. Like, working on the episodes. The world download and world tour will just be every 10 episodes of the actual official series. I stopped numbering. Like, I used to put numbers in the bottom of all the thumbnails so you could, like, keep up with, like, what episode we were on. I do still probably, I think I said it in the intro of the next video. If I didn't, sorry. But I've recently found out, like, as a YouTube thing, it's better to not put the numbers in the bottom, because then people are more likely to click the video thinking that it's the first episode, you know? Or at least, like, something that's not, like, a big, long series. People are less likely to watch that. Like, if you saw the playlist, right, and you saw episode 22 or something, you're far more likely to not watch any of it because you don't want to start at episode 22, or you're more likely to go back to the beginning at episode 1 and then work your way forward. And most of the time, either you kind of stop halfway, or, like, viewers stop halfway through and don't get to the latest episodes as often, or, like, let's be honest, guys, my first episode was not the best, not the best quality, not the best anything, really. And so a lot of people, like, if they go back to the beginning and see that, they realize they're not going to, like, enjoy the rest of the series, maybe. I don't know. It's just it's a thing that I ended up stopping putting the numbers on the thumbnails and stuff, just because I didn't want people to not see the videos I've been making. And just putting the numbers and stuff in them is not conducive. I'm waiting for it to become night so I can sleep real quick. But yeah, so big things for me is I've recently upgraded my setup, because if you didn't know, I got my first ever YouTube paycheck based on all the members and the watch time, which, if you're, like, a member, you're amazing and I love you. And if you watch the videos, you're also really, really cool. I've never been in this to, like, make money, but it was just really cool to, like, get that first YouTube paycheck. It was like little child me was really happy with that. So immediately I went and used it to buy a brand new monitor, which is what I'm playing on right now, which is really cool because I've had my old monitor for a very long time. And then also to get a lighting rig thingy that's in the back that's kind of making it blue. I thought that was cool. And I forgot what else I got. I got one more thing. Oh, I got an Ethernet cable. So that way, hopefully, the streams run better. And when I'm playing on the SMP, I'm not, like, dying all the time. So, yeah, kind of upgrades. Like, whenever I make money on this, I really want to throw it back into these videos and not, like, you know, like, I want it to improve the quality and stuff for you guys. And then also, like, anything else that I can kind of do to just improve these videos, improve my channel, and then also the community, like on the Discord and stuff. Like, I think that that's really cool. I ended up, with actually some of the money that I got, I bought Discord Nitro so I could send, like, world files and stuff easier and, boost the server and such. Why did I come over here? I came back for trees. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm supposed to be collecting leaves, and I keep forgetting what I'm doing and then flying around. Which, if you didn't know, is also why some of these videos take forever, is because I do not play this game efficiently like some people do. I am very scatterbrained all over the place, forgetting what I'm doing. But yeah. So, how has everyone's January been? The new year is, what are we? We're a third of the way through the first month. I want to know, how's your January treating you so far? I know the world is crazy and seems like we can't hear ourselves think, but just know that you're loved, and I love you. Also, hello, Springtrap. Please don't tell me you're the guy from FNAF 2, because that would kind of harsh my vibe. I need to actually see FNAF 2. I still haven't watched it. I need to see if, like, I can talk my friend into watching it with me. Mostly because it's like, I know it's a bad movie, and I know it's going to be terrible, but also, like, I watched the first one and liked it because of how bad it was, so I'm hoping that I'll like the second movie for how bad it is. You know? Does it make sense? Oh. I did the thing where I clicked my OBS, and then my Minecraft closes. I think that's a mod. I think Lidacat told me about it this morning. I forget what it was called, but I'll go look it up later to where I can not close my game every time I click out. Because I play in full screen, which I like, because, you know. All the transparent modded blocks in my world corrupted. They're completely black. There's probably an easy fix, but until I can't... Aww. I'm sorry, Dino Boy. That always sucks. I've had... What was the thing? Okay, so... In this world, actually, I lost all of the chipped variants when I updated the mod, and that kind of really sucked. I had to go through and, like, what's it called? I went through and world edited, replaced everything with, just, like, random, like, wool colors and stuff, or, like, blocks I don't build out of, and then ported over to the new version, and then replaced all the wool colors. I think it was because Chip changed, like, libraries or something, or changed their naming convention, and it just broke everything, and that was really upsetting. But yeah, no, I feel your pain, and I'm so sorry. There probably is, like, the thing that I, like, did when that happened was I did go on YouTube and just, like, search around for the problem or something like that, and it did help, you know, getting some answers or some ideas of, like, what I could do. But yeah, I'm so sorry. That always sucks when stuff in your world goes terribly wrong. Hello, Asus. How are you doing? Yeah, no, that is probably the worst downside playing modded, is just because some things are, like, really, like, buggy, or, like, they're not really buggy, but, like, there's more bugs and there's more things that can go wrong when you're playing modded, so that's also why I kind of keep this world very, very vanilla, and I like to not add mods. Also, it doesn't hurt, or doesn't, you know, affect my PC so much when I'm basically just running near base vanilla Minecraft. If anyone's just joining, we're currently gathering leaves. Because I need leaves for the trees we're going to build today. And if you're asking why we're building trees and not working on the Mosaic enclosure, it's because in every video from here on out, at least for a while, I'm going to be spending one segment where I basically just build a section of trees in my park, because I have so many blank and empty spaces that I'm Either I either need to like just make another video dedicated to building trees, like episode 8 or something was. I don't remember. I think it was 8. In my brain, it's 8. But that video was just building trees, basically. So, either do that or just do a segment per video, and it'll slowly build up. And I kind of lean towards the segment per video because it sounds like I can break it up more, and it's more engaging for you guys. And occasionally, I might even talk about how I go about designing trees. Yeah, Ace is the chip problem. Not great. It really harshed my wanting to play for like a week or two. Like I was just like, ugh, I can't even deal with what has happened. I almost like there was a solid like afternoon where I was considering restarting the Dinos world, and I almost cried about that because like I was like, if I have to, I've like lost all of the progress that we've already made. And the aquarium was already built at that time, so it was I'm glad I didn't go that route because I'm finishing up the aquarium and I'm genuinely loving it. Yeah. Yeah, worst history of the corrupted world download, all of that, like Dino's World, like I've had some bad experiences with that kind of stuff where it's like gotten corrupted or something, and it's not fun whenever like a world that you've spent a whole lot of time on and use mods and stuff that are like arguably you've added complexity to your game and like made it more challenging or like made it just a little bit different or something, and then to have like all that effort and time gone because your world file corrupted. Terrible feeling. Worst feeling in the world. I will say though, I consistently make backups of this world all the time. Like I will not let myself play for like a couple hours without making a backup. You know what? I'm sorry, we've been flying over this. I kind of, sometime soon, wouldn't mind expanding out the Stego enclosure to kind of include this section of land. Obviously, that pond has to go, but I really think that I would want to expand them out because they have a fairly sizable enclosure. There's only 4 of them in here, and they have a pretty nice enclosure, but I kind of want something to fill out this space, and I don't really like the lake here anymore. So, like, kind of maybe, like, extending out this cliff side there, like, back into here, and then, like, also, like, into here and just giving it a little bit more, thing at the back wouldn't be too bad, honestly. I think that could be cool. Yeah, I think I'll probably end up doing that at some point or another. Yeah, Loria's series ended because of corruption. I don't blame him at all. Also, hello, Audio Fox. Yeah, it's just when you're playing modded, it's just it is like a gamble of whether or not you're gonna keep living in the world because sometimes world files corrupted, mods update and they update weird. It's one of the downsides of playing modded, which is just it's unfortunate, but it's something. It's the price we pay for the really cool stuff, like the dinos. Um, yeah, even like this, like I could really connect. Oh wait, no, I couldn't. This one's fine. I don't like this straight edge as much anymore. So there's some things that I might end up doing to the Stego enclosure to kind of give it a little bit of a facelift. Just because this was one of the first enclosures I built on this world. And then, what's it called? Aloes, too. Like, I really want to remodel the Allosaurus fence. I am no longer happy with this. I think it's cool, but it's also very Jurassic Parky. I'd probably end up doing, I don't know if I can see it from here. Something like the Dilos fence right there, like with just the chain link. Because I was like looking at like game reserves or something, and like lions enclosures are literally just kind of chain link, and I thought that's kind of crazy, but it does kind of make sense. I mean, it's hard to break through, and they can't jump over it, so there might be some renovations to the Allos and the Stegos eventually. The new baby mobs, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence, and I know that might be like a controversial opinion, I guess, but I like them. I think that they've always needed like a different model than just the baby, like the you know the downscaled body and upscaled head. I think they did need special models. And for many of them, I'm pretty good with like the chicken one, super cute. The cow one, super cute. The pig one, I think is unsettling for some reason. I can't tell what's wrong with it. It might be that it does it have a snout? I think that might be it. Um, and then so my biggest like I guess unsettle is kind of the eyes as well. Like I am just so used to having the white part that the one black pixel kind of looks a little off to me. Um so I don't know. I really do like them. Like I think that it is something that like maybe didn't need to happen, but like is welcome because of how one cute it is and two how much it does make a lot more sense to actually renovate their models. I think that it's a really cute update and whatever because you know that the baby models won't be the only thing they add. There will be other things that they decide to put in. Um, I'm really interested to see what they put in to kind of match the theme of baby mobs. You know. So yeah, that's kind of my stance. I do really like them. I really like the idea. The rabbits as well. I like the remodel. I talked about this with Lightacat this morning. He says he doesn't like the remodel. I do, but I don't like the fact that they still don't have like a snout. They've just got this really flat face. And it kind of is always been unsettling to me. So yeah, those are the two. Those are my comments off the top of my head without like actively looking at the images and stuff. But no, overall, pretty happy that they're like going back. I have like the changes to the old mobs. I know that that's kind of controversial, I guess, but some of those mobs really did need a facelift to fit into modern Minecraft, in my opinion. Like some of the new stuff, like the sniffer or what are some of the other ones that they've added recently? Gosh, why can't I think of any new mobs other than the sniffer? The breeze, or just a bunch of those newer, like, oh, I've missed some chip stuff. That's some remnant there. Some of the newer mobs that have come out, like, in recent years, they're so well, like, I like them a lot. Like, some people say that they're overly animated and overly textured. I like them. I think that they do a good job of feeling like Minecraft whilst also, yeah, Camel Breeze, whilst also, like, being new and, like, feeling new. So, like, I like the animations and I like the art style of the new mobs. I need to actually replay footage so excuse me for one moment. Also, it's been probably almost a year since I've built some of these trees. Not actually. It's been like I want to say 4 or 5 months since I've actually built a tree like this. Um, but I've done it again. What was I saying? I like the new art style and I like the new models and stuff that they've been doing and like that kind of new Minecraft feel that a lot of the mobs have. And I know some people say that they really don't enjoy that, but I really do. I think it is a good direction to have taken the game. And it just makes those mobs feel really good and not as like retro, I want to say. But I do also understand the nostalgia of the older mobs. But I think that some of those older mobs need to be brought into the fold and need to be a little updated in terms of like their models and their animations and stuff. So hate me if you want, but I think that if we want them to fit in the game, like with the other new stuff, I think it's a necessary thing that needs to happen. The bog is a perfect mix of new and old Minecraft. Yeah, like I like those. Like, and I do like the new bunny because it is like it takes a mob that has been in the game for quite a while at this point and is kind of been I don't know how to describe it, but like I guess kind of abandoned since its inception. It does like the bunny is one of those first couple mobs that they added that yeah kind of has a purpose but really doesn't, you know? Like the other than jump potions, but I feel like isn't there another way you can get them like, rabbit's feet and stuff. Like, I was really excited when they almost made what's it called? When they almost made it so you had to get rabbit hide for bundles. I thought that was a really cool use for the rabbit that like actually gave the rabbit a purpose to be in the game. And when they kind of revamped that to just be leather, I was kind of disappointed because it was like, oh great, another reason to go just mass murder cows and or horses early game. So I don't know. I really wish that they had kind of saved the rabbit hide feature on the bundles and made it so you did need to go get rabbit hide for them. Like, as much as I don't like the killing of bunnies, they're cute and all that, but the Minecraft bunnies are evil. Have you seen into their eyes? They're terrifying. I mean, in like this version. I like the new updated ones. Those ones are cool. I'm going to add one more tree. If I add one more tree, is that going to be too tight? Yes, it is. I'm gonna do these 4 big trees, and I think that they're at suitable heights. Actually, we're gonna make this one taller. Yeah, this one is gonna be beefier. Just because I think that those trees are all kind of shorter and such, that I want this one to be just a tad taller. Let's see if I can make this landing. See if I'm really cool. Maybe Minecraft should have a nostalgia mode. Well, I would say that they kind of do, because in the base game, if you go into like, I think it's either in resource packs or like in data folders, you can turn off the new textures and return your Minecraft like back to old Minecraft, like the old textures, like the old textures. But they can't really keep updating that, because it would just mean that with every update, every single thing that they added needed to have 2 textures. And like, so it would be a lot of extra work on the devs to do that and to keep up with that, which, like, yeah, would probably get some older players to do it, but that's really not the audience of Minecraft anymore. Most of the audience is either older members that still enjoy the game for what it is now, and younger audiences, like kids and stuff. So I think that, like, they could, and it would definitely, like, it would do some stuff for the audience, but I don't ever foresee them doing it. I'm going to move this tree over to here, because I think it's a little too close to that allosaur skeleton. I think it's just a little close for my liking. We'll build this up. We'll put like a smaller tree closer in the middle here. Function item, something early game as the bundle. Yeah, I mean, but like once you get to like, I guess an early game, yeah. It just sucks that they had like finally given a use to rabbit hide and then they just didn't actually end up using it. And also, like, even then the bundles spawn in villages. Like, I remember when I was streaming the hardcore world the other day, or I don't remember when that was, but when I was doing that, I found like 6 in villages. So it's not like, they're hard to get. I just think like crafting them should have been, would have made rabbits have a cool use. Okay, I'm happy with those stalks. So I think now what I kind of need is dark oak fences, which I have this many of, which is not bad at all. Okay, and we're gonna go through and build up all of these trees. I'm gonna wait till the next day cycle because the sun's kind of going down. But I'm gonna kind of walk over through here and we can talk about some future plans, because I do have plans. Like we said with this area, this is probably gonna get to be a stego expansion. mostly because I want to revisit this fence and just kind of push it out and make it a little cooler. And then I think back here, one thing I noticed in the world tour, and this was pointed out to me, is that the Triceratops are much bigger than I thought they would be. I thought they would be similar in scale to the Stegos. I was proven incorrect. So, with that in mind, I would probably like to expand their enclosure as well. And my original thought process is to maybe just kind of like extend it out towards here, right? Like kind of extend this fence out to here, build a rock wall along here. The path will go up the mountain, kind of like in a curved fashion. So it'll kind of come up here, go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh up to the top. And this is where the aviary is going to be. And then so that kind of pushes you along this fence line. And you're like, but wait, what about all this land over here? Well, then we're kind of on top of the mountain and we can kind of hike and then come back down back into this part of the valley. And then that also leaves, you know, kind of like a loop around to kind of go like do, and then kind of loop back around on top of the Triceratops. You also have this path up to here, which allows you to probably access all of this. And I'm thinking that right here, I don't know if this should be an enclosure space, or I was thinking maybe kind of like a fWatch tower would look really cool in the skyline if I put them like right there. I don't know if that like makes a whole lot of sense, but like, because this is all going to be forest at some point, so like maybe just a fWatch tower like right here would be really, really cool. I have a lot of ideas, if you couldn't tell, for this world, and I consistently like add stuff to my to-do list of project ideas. Dewdraws? I think, is it Dewdraws? Yes. Okay, your opinion on the changing baby animals in Minecraft? If you skip back like probably like 10 minutes, I think I talked about it like just a bit ago. But I like them. There's something off about a few of them, but I'm sure that they'll change it, or if they don't, then I'll get used to it at some point. I think it's just that I'm not used to the pixel, like the 1 pixel eyes, and not having the whites on there, the whites of the eyes. So I think those are the two things that are holding me back from loving it, but I do really like it, and I think it's a good direction to take the baby mobs and stuff. Like, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, back to trees, which I'm going to resume my recording. Now when it comes to these, I've never built these live on camera, which probably means I'm going to fail. I'm going to probably build some duds, and you guys get to laugh at me. If you didn't know, I do not always build good. I cut out a lot of the stuff that I build that's bad. So you're welcome, one, so you don't have to watch me build bad things. But two, yeah, we're doing it live today, which means there might be some duds of some trees. I won't say all the trees that are in this world are perfect. I will say, though, that I have put a lot of time, care, and effort into them, and that they're in, like, I'm happy with them. And so what you guys see is what I'm happy with. Today, you're going to see a lot of me being unhappy with what I have just built. So prepare yourselves. And buckle up. Join in for the ride. I came over here for scaffolding. Boom. Boom. There we go. But yeah, I do like a lot. Like, I like the drop system. I know a lot of people are kind of like, I don't like the drop system. The updates are too small, or the updates are pointless. I like it. I like regular content, and I like a lot of what they've done with the drops. I like the Pale Garden update. It was a small one biome thing that added a lot of new blocks, added a cool enemy. I like it a lot. Spring to Life, amazing update, especially if you're kind of like me and love like foliage stuff. Like, hello, firefly bushes. I do really think that the firefly bushes should have like should not be blinking during the day. I think that's my only drawback with the firefly bushes, is that they are constantly blinking, and I don't enjoy that aspect of them. But other than that, that whole update is like really well made, really cool. and probably will be one of my favorites. And like the variant animals like that. Again, I've said it before, like I said it earlier. I think a lot of those older mobs, whilst nostalgic, were in desperate need of a makeover. And I think Spring to Life did a really good job giving them all that little bit of help. Oh, I need to actually resume the recording. Guys, again, I'm going to need your help yelling at me if I haven't resumed my replay recording. Because if so, I won't be able to use any of this footage, and I need this in the next episode. So, much love and thank you for reminding me. How does this feel? No. These branches up at the top are too large. Kind of rule of thumb when building trees is that the branches at the bottom obviously need to extend the furthest out of the tree. And then as you work your way up, you kind of want to, like, reduce the size of the branches that are coming out. So this tree is a little stubby, so that's kind of hard to work with in this regard. But hopefully we'll get there. You know what? That's like, I feel like what Mojang will do with Herobrine is they'll just kind of keep, like, not mentioning him ever. And then at some point, like, maybe like the 50-year anniversary or something, they'll just drop him as a boss. Like, for some one of those, like, really big, like, updates. Because, you know, they've said Minecraft wants to be, or, like, they want it to be, like, a 100-year game or something where they, like, want to keep updating it forever. And, one, thank you. I commend you. I will keep playing this game until I'm 100, hopefully. And the other thing is, you know what? I hope that they add Herobrine. That's, I couldn't remember where I was going with that. Yeah, the drops definitely let them, like, pursue the fun little ideas that don't really fit in a big update. And if they're being truthful and are actively still working on, like, a big update in the background, like, I think it's totally fine for them to work on the smaller updates and, like, get their passions out. Like the baby mobs, you can already tell, like, that's such a cool, cute update that probably wouldn't have fit in any, like, end update or the nether update. Like, it's just such a small feature, but something that's so cute and so cool and a lot of people are gonna love that didn't work in the old system of doing things. So I really do like the new system. As much as it's kind of unpopular, I guess, amongst some people, I like it and enjoy. Boo 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 boo. Good night, Coda. Finally, I'm getting to see you build trees. Aw, yes. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Darwin. I'll see you later. Imagine if they made it more expensive each update. Oh my goodness. If they did that, they would probably lose a lot of people playing this game. I feel like they never will make it more expensive than it already is. Especially because some people like to buy Bedrock and Java and, like, stuff in the marketplace. Like, I think the marketplace is as far as they're gonna go in terms of, like, trying to get you to buy things. I mean, they've got, like, merch and, like, movies and stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Mojang's goals are, but I feel like if they do that, they're gonna definitely make a lot of people very upset with them. So I don't foresee them doing that. Or if they do, they definitely didn't think it all the way through. You know. Then again, they might end up doing that to match, like, standard prices for games. I don't really know how I don't even know how they price Minecraft currently. Like, I don't know what their thought process was when they did that. But yeah. You made it. Good, Evil Banana. Welcome. You've made it. We're just building trees today, mostly because it has to happen at some point or another. I have to build these trees, and I figured today of all days, why not? You know? I just, I wanted to stream today because a video didn't come out yesterday, but I can't really show you guys the Mosasaur enclosure because big spoils, very big spoils. Yeah, I might give you a little sneak peek at the end, just a tiny little sneak peek. But I don't want to just completely spoil the episode for you because yes, actually, I'll probably like directly after stream as well. Um, the like directly after stream, I'll probably post the thumbnail I made for next episode. One, because Lightacat helped me do it early this morning, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really proud of what we were able to build or like to make. Um and it should be a really fun thumbnail. I'm still very proud of myself that most of my thumbnails have been my own creation. There's been a lot of people that have been helping me recently, like obviously since joining the SMP. Laura Keat helped me with a lot of the thumbnails that I was doing as soon as I joined, and then Spike as well has helped me a ton with all the thumbnails and such. But I've kind of like I've been trying to like whenever like we kind of get into like those conversations, I kind of try and be like, hey, instead of like doing it for me, can you like teach me some stuff? So today I got to learn how to use Blender and stuff with Lightacat, so big shout out to him for helping me with that. And that was a good time because I think it made the thumbnail like 10 times better than it will ever would have ever been if I had just done it myself. So it should be really cool. If you know the movie The Meg, it's kind of a like if you're younger, it's kind of a more mature movie, but it was basically about the megalodon being trapped in the bottom of the ocean and stuff, and like in all of the trailers and stuff there was this image of the little girl like walking up to the glass and like putting her hand on it, and then the shark just comes out of the dark. That's the thumbnail, but with the mosasaur from my next video. um it's not the best thing in the world, but I'm really happy with it. So whose thumbnails do I think are the best? I don't think I can answer that. I like everyone's thumbnails. Like, everyone has their own style, and I don't think it gets enough recognition from, like, I guess, viewers. I like, of just general YouTubers, not you guys or anything, but, like, of general YouTube viewers. I don't think it gets as much recognition as it should, but thumbnails do take time to make. Like, to make a good thumbnail and to put effort into a thumbnail, it takes a lot of time, and it's kind of its own art form, and it has its own skill set. Like, back when I first started doing these videos, I was just using some free online photo editor or something, and it was like just kind of, just something I could find real easy. It was really intuitive and, wasn't too bad. And then, like, when I joined the SMP, Charlie showed me a different online photo editing that was kind of just like Photoshop, but online. It's called Photopea, or Photopea, I want to say. It's a really good program to use, so I've been using that a lot to make thumbnails ever since, because it just has a lot more features than the program I was using before. It lets you do, like, drop shadows, filters, and stuff like that. So I've been really, like, getting into that. And then today, Blender, that like Lightacat showed me, like it's got its own set of stuff, and that's like a modeling software that has like lets you do like lighting and stuff on the models. And then I also got to learn like Blockbench and stuff. So like there's a lot of different programs that I use every time, and me and every other YouTuber, especially Minecraft YouTubers, like that they use to like make all of those things like come together. Like you look at Ferns or Lorkeets, like their How to Train Your Dragon stuff, like those thumbnails must have taken them forever, and they're so good. They're so good. Like I was watching their videos, and like I probably spent like at least a bit just watching looking at Fern's latest thumbnail. I forget which one it was, but it's just so cool. And it like I know how they did it, but I can't imagine how much time it took, because all of those dragon models had to be posed in Blockbench or something, and then you have to take those models, throw them into Blender, get the lighting just right, and then I want to say that they could have made the thumbnail in Blender, and doing like stuff like that, and it's a lot of work, And I feel like a lot of people don't recognize that it is its own art form, and that every single person that does it has their own unique style. And that's one of the things that I really like about like thumbnail creation, is that no one can like, you know, like it. I feel like no one should get self-conscious about their thumbnails. Like I admit that my first couple, like the early ones, were kind of bad, but you know, I still like, they hold nostalgia for me because they were my own creation, my own style, and I still pretty much really enjoy them. But yeah, that kind of goes out too far. We're gonna do this. So yeah, currently you're gonna see a lot of me kind of like looking at and then looking back and then like looking back at and then like, I don't know. Trees take me a long time to build in these videos, and I spend way too much time like obsessing over them. And these trees specifically, I've not built since that episode I did on the port, which was before I joined the SMP. Yes, it was before I joined the SMP, I want to say. So it's been a really long time, like several months, since I've built this style of tree. Um, and I'm kind of like trying to get back into it right now, is kind of what's happening. What you're witnessing live on stream is me trying to figure out how I build these trees. Let me read the chat real quick. I'd never resumed recording. Come on, guys. Can you tell me what did you add the vanilla tweaks that makes the sugarcane so hairy and fluffy on top? Okay, Darwin, that is actually Fwhip's foliage upgrades. I can show you. That's this. Fwhip is a really big Minecraft hardcore YouTuber. And I have his pack because I'm a member of his channel. I cannot redistribute that download because it's like his, and he only has it for a certain tier of members. And so I can't redistribute it, but if you want to go support him and get that pack, it is a phenomenal pack. He updates it a lot. If you play newer versions of the game, it makes the firefly bushes stop blinking and stuff. I'm using it currently on the hardcore world that I kind of started the other day. It's a really phenomenal pack, and if you want to go support him, I highly encourage you. He along with obviously all of Hermitcraft are like my biggest inspirations in making YouTube videos. I take a lot of inspo from him. So yeah, go check him out. And if you want the pack, support him. I think you can buy I think I have the cheapest membership on his channel just because I don't have a whole lot of money. And you get the pack and all his world downloads and stuff. He's kind of like who I modeled my memberships off of as well. So like, you know, all of the world downloads and stuff and all that cool things. Yeah, thumbnails are difficult, Aces. Like they do, like, they have to basically sum up the entirety of the video in a way that is easy to understand for just like a viewer casually scrolling, and then also have to be intriguing enough to get the viewer to want to click onto the video. And you know, you can do the things where you like add all the red arrows and stuff, and like that's never been my style, I guess, mostly because I like more of a chill vibe video. I don't know if you could tell that. Like, I don't like being super high energy, super like super animated and stuff. Like I like to have a little bit of energy and to bring some life into my videos, but I also just like, I like building. I like playing this game. This is relaxation for me. So I don't ever want to, you know, just be super duper high energy and stuff. Like I don't find that type of content enjoyable. So that's not the kind of content I make. I only make videos that I would watch myself, is kind of like my rule of thumb, I want to say, is that I only really make the videos I would watch myself. So I think that's a good basis for a tree on that one. We got 2 more. We're halfway there, and then we can start adding leaves. And leaves will be their own separate thing. We gathered up a ton of birch leaves. There's also, I will say this, a lot of the trees that are currently in this world, I would do them differently now. Like, looking at some of these, like, these were definitely rushed in that video that I did, like, all trees. Like, look at that line. That is such a harsh line right there that if I saw, like, if I was building this tree today, this would be broken up a lot better. I might go back and change it. But, like, going back through this forest would take so much time. Like, to just, like, go through and isolate all the problem areas in these, different, like, things. It would just take so long, you know? But, like, you know, sometimes just a couple blocks can really help elevate what you've already got on the world. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll, like, go back through and, like, look at some areas of, like, what can I add here that would just add that little bit of extra spice, you know? But, like, some of these, like, these canopies, like, at the bottom feel really flat to me, almost, you know? Like, I want to kind of come back through and maybe add some stuff here and there. But that could be, like, that could be its own, like, full stream, and that would be, like, 2 hours worth of time just going back, looking through that. My biggest problem in this world is that I am a bit of a perfectionist. Like, when it comes, like in my general life, I'm not really, but, like, when it comes to, like, Minecraft for some reason, I just want to, like, keep stressing over the small details as often as possible. In fact, I'm actually going to just remove the flowers because I no longer believe in flowers in this world. At least not here. Mostly because there were no flowers in the Jurassic period. There was not. I'll leave some in here and there, but, like, some, like, especially, like, from the path, I don't want you to see any flowers whatsoever. And, like, ferns. Ferns is really, one, because I love the man. So funny. Two, because they're more accurate. And I do need to get a lot of the prehistoric plants and stuff. Peaky, actually, you challenged me to, I hope I'm saying your name right. I've never figured it out, like, fully. I think it's Peaky. Tell me if I'm wrong. But you challenged me to do all of the whatchamacallit, the like, what is the period? Is it Carbonif? No, that feels wrong. What is it? Cambrian? No. The ones with the Arthropleura, the Meganera, like, a lot of those type of animals, I'm gonna go through and they're going to be underground, actually. They're going to be in caves, which I thought was a really cool idea. And they're going to be, like, kind of, like, given artificial lighting and stuff like that. That'll, like, basically let me control the atmosphere for them, is kind of like controlled terrarium stuff. And I'm going to I might still build the bug house, but I don't know. Because I think that's a much cooler idea to have, like, the Tiktaalik and the Diplocalus and there's a third one that I'm forgetting. It's Grandpa on the server. What is his name? DNA. Where is he? Oh, the Crassidurinus. Like, having those guys just be, like, submerged in, like, cave lakes almost, I think would be really cool. And getting some of that stuff. Is that what I'm trying to say? The Paleozoic area. Basically it's kind of it's for the bugs, like the kind of, like, creepy crawlies of the mod. So, like, all of the amphibians and also the the like the bugs, so Arthropleura, Meganera, that kind of stuff. Like, I think it was a really cool idea when I saw it posted, and they gave, like, a really cool, like, I think they drew it. I couldn't tell, but it's in the feedback and ideas channel of my Discord, fan Discord, link description. I know most of you are probably already in it, that are here. because that's probably how you got notified for the stream. But in the feedback and ideas channel, which I'm going to be utilizing probably for the Moza video, because I've kind of reached in terms of the building, not the actual enclosure, but like the viewing galleries and the stuff like that. Like, I've kind of reached a wall in my brain that I would like people to like kind of help me out with. I'll talk more. You'll hear about that in the video and stuff. But it'll mostly be where was I going with this? I'm so sorry. This is another reason I don't often build like actively on camera and mostly rely on what's it called? Time-lapse footage, is because I cannot speak and place blocks at the same time. I don't know why my brain is not hardwired for that. Finally caught a stream. Just Dragon, welcome. Welcome, Wesley. Hope you guys are doing well. Doing good. We're building trees today because I don't want to dedicate another video to just building straight trees. I'd rather focus on the dinos and the dino builds related stuff. Wink wink, something's coming that's related but not exactly. I just mean the info center. The info center is my next project after I finish up the video on the aquarium. This one, today we're building trees both just because it needs to happen and I don't have time to make a whole video about it, so it's just going to be a segment in every video going forward. It's just like, hey, I need to build trees, let's build some trees. Okay, here are the trees I built, or here is the here's me explaining to you how I built these trees, or something like that. I'll try and come up with something every single time. It might also be the segment where I'd be like, hey, subscribe, you know, it's pretty cool, you should do it. Something like that, you know. I also, if you guys haven't seen it already, in my Discord, I now have roles for everything. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, but now there's like stream notify and also like, I forget the ones we made, like updates if you want to get like updates about like video progress and stuff. There's a lot of like kind of stuff I probably should have had from the beginning. So if you don't like that I've been at everyone for like all the videos and all the streams and you want to personalize like your notifications, I think videos are still added everyone because my my mod team was kind of like, if they're in this server, they should be a fan and should want the you know, the add everyone for the ping for the videos. So I was like, okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment. I'll allow it. I'm loving the montage segments in my videos. Thank you. I like the montage segments because they're easier for me to do because I don't have to talk at all and I can just play to my leisure, you know, play as much as I want and then splice them all together, speed them up, and then add some music, and then boom, you've got like a couple minutes of the video throughout the video. And it's a lot better. We're currently recording this as a time lapse, but I think either this one or some in the future I'm going to kind of spice them up with like some special things for when we do the tree building segments. Because like I said, this is going to be a constant thing going forward in the videos. Thank you for the penguins, Wesley. Yeah, it's gonna be once per video. I'm just gonna do like a short, like maybe not even like 30 seconds worth of footage of just me going like, all right, guys, I need to build some trees. Here's some trees. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. What do you mean first person or free cam? I might kind of splice them together, like in the tree montage. Mostly because I just like need footage for the next episode. And I feel like it'll be a nice way to kind of, I don't want to say inflate my runtime of videos, but like, you know, it doesn't hurt. Like sometimes I'm definitely like doing things to just kind of make videos longer, and I feel like sometimes you can definitely tell like this clip is just in here because I want to increase the runtime. And so I feel like this set, and like also I feel like I always only mention my members and like remind you guys to like remind the viewer to like subscribe and stuff at the end, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, stop watching by the end. So it's gonna be just kind of like a shameless way that I can like, one, kind of share with you guys how I go about building trees and stuff like that, and two, kind of remind you guys, hey, I've got a Discord, join it, there's cool things, there's feedback channels, there's ways you can like talk directly to me, and give me feedback and stuff, and you know, it's just nice to get have a segment that I can specifically mention all that stuff, because sometimes I've just kind of shoehorned it into the video, and I haven't ever really liked that. Like I don't like just staring at the camera like being like, hey, you should subscribe without actually any content happening. So I think going forward, like the tree building segments will be me, one, building trees because they've got to get built, and two, be kind of like a, hey, remember, I've got all this stuff going on, or like, hey, subscribe, it's cool, you know? Trees, yes, we're building trees. Thank you. No harm in asking. Wait, I'm confused, Jess. Wait. Also, don't, guys, this is live, so I'm slow. If you've not been on a live before, I am kind of slow. Oh yeah, first, is about the first person or Freecam question? Yeah, there's literally no harm in asking me anything. Except don't ask me to join the SMP. Guys, it's not mine. I don't own it. It's not mine. I can't do anything for you. I feel so bad every time someone asks, because I have to kind of explain like, hey, it's not mine. It's you know, I can't just add you, and then it's also like specifically for YouTubers, and it's run by the devs of the mod, so it's not anything that I operate or run. And I feel like obviously that kind of disappoints some people when I have to like tell them no, or like at least like I don't think they ever say that, but it even if it doesn't hurt their feelings, it hurts my feelings having to tell people that ask no, because I'm like if I was younger, I totally would have been someone that would have been like, hey, can I join? I want to join, or at least would have thought it. I don't think I would have ever asked. I was too socially awkward, but I don't know. It's just, it is one of those like, I don't want to have to keep telling you no. I would love to say yes, and I would love to play with everybody, but it's not mine, and we get secret things, wink. Oh yeah, okay, Jess. Yeah, I feel like there is no harm. I do feel like I don't like YouTubers that are just constantly like, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I've noticed that like only 5 of you are subscribed. I hate that kind of mentality and the shameless plug, you know? But like sometimes as a YouTuber you do need to be like, hey guys, this is a YouTube channel. This only works if you're subscribed. Please subscribe. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Okay, Wesley, guess what? I've got a new dino right now, but I can't show you it because the video is coming out hopefully this week. The enclosure is pretty much done. There's some wrap-up details that I'm currently working on, but the new dino is coming next video. Well, technically it's not a dino, marine reptile. I'm not that kind of person. You know me. Smart. But yeah, that's coming out hopefully this week. By that I mean like definitely this week. I just mean, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to figure out if I should post it earlier in the week because I was supposed to post it yesterday and I didn't. Surprise, surprise, shocker. Mostly because it's just such a big video and I'm still recording segments and stuff. But I'm trying to decide if I wait till next Friday to post, because videos, I've kind of like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've kind of like varied which days I've posted things, and my videos always perform better if I post them on Fridays. Mostly because I post them at noon on Fridays, my time, and I think that kind of, you know, lets you, what's it called? it lets people watch it over the weekend, and that like really boosts the view count and like the reach that it gets, which like again, I'm really not doing this just to like get views and stuff. I'm doing this because I like to play the game. But when I do put all the effort into the videos, I like them to be seen by as many people as I can, and to like maximize that, you gotta post on Fridays is what I have discovered. So I post on Fridays. Did I make you? No. Last stream we worked on the enclosure, or 2 streams ago, because last stream was the hardcore stream. But the last stream that we were on the Dinos World, I was working on their enclosure, so people know what it is. It is the mosasaurs. But you guys have not seen the Moses, nor have you seen their finished enclosure, which it is finished. Pretty much. I'm working on some like structural details around it, but the enclosure itself and the environment is finished. So shh, don't tell anyone. Just gonna head out for a bit. Streaming today, what time is it? Probably for another hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on how I feel. I didn't plan on streaming too long today, just mostly because I was just gonna focus on the trees and stuff. Maybe if we get the trees done, I might go gather leaves and stuff. But we've got to finish off these trees, got to build a couple of the smaller trees, and then we're gonna build or try and like pretty up the floor, like the forest floor a little bit. So yeah, probably another hour, Oh, bye Wesley as well. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. But yeah, probably another hour or 2, if you're wondering. Let's see. It is, yeah, it just turned 5, so we've been going for about an hour, which isn't bad. It isn't bad. Resume recording. Now we're gonna do leaves, and leaves are scary. Whoa! Professional. So cool. You guys should love the fact that I'm a professional Minecrafter. Thank you, Jess. You too. I hope you have a good day, wherever you are. There we go. And then here we are. To this, there's no, I don't know how to explain how my thought process works when I'm placing the trees, or like placing the leaves. It's kind of like follow the branches a little bit, but also try and remember to include some air. Oh, Australia, Jess? Well, you have a lovely day. It's kind of, is it? I should know this because Charlie's Australian. Should be evening, so good night. I feel. Or it's like really, really early morning. Hi, Fossil YouTube. How you doing? Don't worry about being late. You guys come and go as you please. I'm just here so I'm forcing myself to actually do stuff, to actually work. Because if I have you guys watching me, you guys can yell at me if I get off track. So yeah, that's why I stream mostly. It's so that way, 1, I can interact with you guys because it's nice to chat, and 2, so I can actually get work done. So yeah. It's really early in Australia? Yeah. I think well, depending on how you look on it, it's either really early or really late in the evening for them. So, Leaves, leaves, leaves. I think good. I think quality. I keep using rockets. I should probably actually use the scaffolding I got, but no. I like rockets. Mostly because I have a lot, and I like the zoomies, Another thing that I will notice I noticed like before stream, I kind of went around and looked at some of the different like trees that I have built throughout the forest and such. And something I noticed is if you look at like the trees over here, some of them have really thin tops, but if you look at the ones I built over in the trike exhibit, their tops are a lot thicker. Like, I don't know when I made the switch, but like you can see really good right there. That's a very thin, like, top to the tree. But then over here, very thick. So I don't know. I don't know. Name of the texture pack for the bushy leaves. There's several options, but the one I think I'm currently using is Vanilla Tweaks. And if it's not Vanilla Tweaks, it's from Fwhip's fWoliage upgrades. And again, that's another YouTuber who is very popular in the like Minecraft hardcore sphere. He has his own custom texture pack that he has for members. I'm a member of his channel, so I can't give it out, you know, to you guys, but I highly encourage you to go check out his content, and if you like it enough, go support him, because he has amazing builds. He's been living, like, I want to say 3 years in his hardcore world, so really cool stuff, really cool builds. He's kind of like in connection with like Grian and Jimmy and like Smallish Beans and all them. Like he's got some really cool stuff built, and I highly encourage you to go watch him. But that's who I have the fWoliage pack for. So if you ever are wondering like why my grass looks a little bit different sometimes, that is your reasoning. But yeah, let's see, how are we feeling about this? It is looking better. I think maybe, yeah, maybe if we do that, solid tree, I feel like that's pretty good. I'm happier with that one. Okay, now this one I think we save for last, because that one's going to be the biggest of them all. But ow, let me use my scaffolding. Let's be smart about things. I bumped my headset so I can't actually hear. There we go. But here we are. Yeah, I hope you guys like the new lighting. I got that because I wanted to look more like a streamer, I guess. It's pretty cheap, honestly. Like, it was only like about, well, I'd say cheap, but it was about 20 bucks. I bought it from, I want to say Best Buy or Target. I don't remember where I got it. But just a little lamp that kind of gives me a streamer aesthetic. I saw Spike stream one time, and he had the colorful lighting, and I was jealous, so that's why I have it now. So blame Spike. But I watched like a whole tutorial on like how to light up yourself on your live streams, and I still don't think I did it right, but it is there, and I'm kind of happy with it. I think it definitely makes my camera more interesting. So, struggle making custom trees. Any advice? One thing I'll say, watch other people. There are tons and tons of build tutorials out there. Go watch as many as you can, because they all have their own set of advice. Like, for me, personally, the two biggest people that have helped me build custom trees, BOO, watching his videos on like how trees and stuff are made, and then also I have watched a lot of Fwhip. He has a lot of custom trees that he builds. And it's just kind of like acquired knowledge, and then like kind of making your own style of them. It also really helps to kind of do some research into what trees actually like look like and how they grow, like real world trees and such. I won't say I'm an expert on that. I've definitely not done the research like to the degree that I probably should have, but it does help you kind of like understand how trees grow, what kind of things they do, and like you also have to break away from the fact that trees themselves are not static builds. They are a living thing that are constantly growing. So it's kind of a natural randomness, but also like an intent of like how trees work. So like, I don't know if I have any kind of good examples. It's been a while, but like, I want to say, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to tell you guys, but like right here, this is a clearing, and they've got some like plants in this clearing. When you are kind of like building forests like that, it's important to kind of include these clearings, because like maybe this kind of soil, right, is different or something, and the trees don't gravitate toward it. So that lets sunlight in, and that also lets flowers grow, because the sunlight can reach the forest floor. but like somewhere kind of deeper, like densely packed is kind of where I don't really like put a whole lot of flowers or something. Or at least that's what I would do now. I don't know if I've always made smart decisions. Um, Kmart strip lights, peak sounds peak. But yeah, I don't know. Trees are really hard, and it doesn't hurt to just look up reference images or references like reference videos. All those kinds of resources in the internet is so helpful. Like to look at just like a picture of like how does everybody else build their trees. Did I hold on? Well, actually, not resume recording because I'm gonna go over here real quick. Like these mangrove trees, I kind of just did on a whim. Not happy with them, honestly. But they are what they are, and they're here to stay because I'm not going to go back and change them. But these trees back here, these ones for the fairies, I don't know why they are stuck again. Do I have? I do. They always get stuck on everything, and I need FA to change everything about their hitboxes and stuff. There you are, Luis. And there you are, Thelma. But these trees, like these ones, I don't know what they're based on, but I saw like an image online. And I kind of wanted to recreate them, so I kind of like mixed in the spruce to kind of give it a bit of texture, and I tried a different style of branches where I did slabs, kind of like sloping upwards to kind of give it more of a, I don't want to say arid feel, but like a little bit more airy, a little bit more sparse, and then fences and fence gates at the bottom. Just something I saw on like Instagram, I want to say, is what I saw, and it looked really cool. So I kind of wanted to incorporate some of those building tips and tricks into my own. So, you know, just that kind of stuff. Like really, just looking at other people's builds is my biggest piece of advice, and just not being afraid to try them out. They are a lot of work, but if you just keep practicing, slowly but surely you'll change and evolve and grow your own style that'll help you make trees that you're happy with. And that's the most important thing, is building something that you are happy with. You know, because at the end of the day, it's your world. What you're building is yours. And don't let anyone else be like, your tree is bad. No, your tree is really good. And it maybe like isn't the best thing that you've ever built, but it's your starting stone, you know? Like you will continuously, if you keep going, you keep building, you will get better and better at building trees, at building buildings, whatever you're trying to like get better at. As long as you just keep going on it, it like you'll just endlessly improve. Like I could pull up like my really old builds, and you guys would see I have not always been a good builder. It has been a long road to get to the level that I'm at, and even still, I think I have a lot of improving left to do. I think there's a lot of things that I could definitely do better, even in this world. Like I think like there are some building decisions that I think I could go back and do, especially since I've been playing this world for so long. There's so many things that I would go back and change, or like skills that I would reapply to different areas, and eventually I probably will. I'll probably do some redesigns eventually. I do not use the FA leaves when building much, mostly because I think I've said this before, I think the FA like plants and stuff are the things that need the most attention in this mod. They don't fit, and they also don't fit with the shaders that I use. Like I think they look a little weird most of the time. So I try and not use a lot of them, which I know kind of is mean, I guess. But like I don't like how a lot of them interact with the shaders and stuff, and then I don't like a lot of them in general because of how saturated some of them are. And so I think like they're good in stylized environments, which is why I'm going to use them in a very like specific like terrarium type thing. But like in terms of like mixing them in with the Minecraft foliage, it's a little bit difficult in my opinion, just because of how saturated and stuff they are. But I think that's a good tree. I think I'm happy with those leaves. Ow. Thanks for the advice. By the way, yes, this is the 1.20.1 version. I think I want to say I updated like episode 15 or so to the newest version. You've made some tree schematics on Fern's Discord. I should go check those out. I will. I will. You despise the FA palms. Yeah, it's well, how do I want to say this? I don't like the FA trees for the same reason I don't like the Minecraft trees. They're too small. They don't fit, or like, they're too small, the Minecraft trees. And they just have this very blocky, non-organic feeling. They don't feel like trees, they feel like structures. And, like, that's cool if you want to have a manicured, like, lawn or a manicured garden or something. But in terms of, like, a naturalistic build, the Minecraft trees and the fossils trees are so... Like, look over there. You can see that that's blocky. That's blocky. They're very, like, they're all the same. It's repetitive. When you look back over here, they're all, or, like, they're repetitive in several ways, but they are all distinctly different. They have different height values. They have, they have, like, like, they go up with the terrain and stuff. They have different levels and such. Like, there's things that set them apart. Like, in terms of, like, the vanilla stuff, they do, like, they have some big trees and it helps and, like, does some cool things, but again, they're so blocky. Adding air into your trees and, like, giving gaps and stuff really adds a lot to that organic feeling. So that's my big thing with, like, the vanilla trees, and it's not a fault of, like, Minecraft or anything. It's just the fact that, like, how the world generates, like, you can't have too many of those complex things because, like, that's going to be a lot for world generation. And if you want this game to continue to be a game for everybody on all platforms, you cannot have crazy trees generating in. I mean, maybe they'll give them a little bit of a facelift, but yeah, like, they can't add too much variety into them just because of, like, that would really hurt the world gen, I want to say. I was trying to get rockets. That's what I'm doing right now. Just because, like, Minecrafts have to, like, variate all of those trees with the world generation and make sure that they don't, like, clip into the ground or, do weird stuff that isn't intended for the trees. So, I don't know. I don't see them ever, or anytime soon, revisiting how they do the trees. Sorry, I did notice that on this face, like on the left face, it's very one-dimensional. It's very flat, I want to say. So we're going to add a tiny bit of... That's better. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, if you guys ever get the world download, or, like, I mean, if you have the world download, or if you're gonna get the world download, and you guys ever find sections of my world like this, hold on, where is it? Right here, where the chipped mod deleted blocks, please let me know, so that way I can go through and fix it, because I will fix it eventually. Let's see, did I have stone? I have. Where's my rock box? Yes. I will go through and actively fix the stuff like this because it is annoying when the blocks I have placed are no longer there. I don't even know what blocks were originally supposed to be there. You're going to work on building trees for your world now? I do recommend it. It is a lot of work, but it does produce a pretty cool effect. And, like, I do have an overwhelming sense of pride when I'm, like, looking at this area. Because, like, I can say, I built everything you see, even the mountain. I'm proud of the mountain too. That's a lesson for a different day. But the trees, like the forest and stuff, it does sell the whole, like, aesthetic of the national park, and, like, we're walking through the woods, and stuff. And, like, I'm excited when we get up into here. Like, I just flew through this one. This is a very straight path, and it definitely, like, you can see everything down the path. But, like, when we get up here, I'm excited to add more twists and turns, so that way you never really know what's next, And I think that's going to be something I'm really excited for. And even here, like, once we get this put in, like, you won't be able to see past the stegosaur enclosure, and then you'll have to turn around, then, oh, there's a trikes. I'm excited to really start selling that kind of feeling and stuff. And I'm excited to add more like trails and stuff. And stuff like that. Like little hiking trails. Like this is kind of like, I guess, the main road, and this will kind of connect you to everything. But I'm excited to add more specific hiking trails and such. Just ways you can go through the park and just not have it lit up, and it's like, I don't know. I think I'll do that in more of the forested regions. I say that as if this is not one of the forested regions. This is only the beginning. It's got to go all the way back through here, all the way through here. So many trees eventually in this world. If anyone wants to help me count them, please do. But yeah, so many trees. And why is there monsters nearby? Stop. They're underground, I think. Where are they? Where are these? Are they? Oh, he's just been following me. He's been directly just following me everywhere I go. It's just the one zombie. That's annoying. Would love. I would love to see your stuff. Put it. I could probably go check ferns, but if you want, like, I'll remember it better if you go ahead and throw it. In I have a channel in my Discord that's just for builds that you guys make. If you want to throw it in there, I will definitely take a look at it. Because I love seeing your guys' builds. I will say I'm probably one of the worst Discord people. I'm really sucky about like checking all the channels and like reading through them all. I've really been trying to be on it for the SMP Discord and also for this. And I'm if you haven't been able to tell, I'm a little socially awkward. That's why I make Minecraft dinosaur videos. Yodoi. But I do try and respond to a lot of like when you post your builds and stuff. So yeah, I do encourage that. And I try and respond and be nice, you know? And like be like, oh my goodness. Most of the, like, everything I've seen has been really cool so far. Like, I don't remember who did it, but they threw in a castle a while ago. That was really cool to see. Someone put the beginnings of their park in there. That was really cool. Like, I love their little lab build. It was really cute. But yeah, I love when people like actively post what they're working on in the Discord. It's really nice. That's why it's there, so you guys can show off your stuff and like let me see some of the stuff that you guys do. I want to see what you all build, because that's another thing. I like seeing what everyone else builds, because then I can, like, you know, if it's a really cool idea that I like and want to incorporate into this world, I can. So again, that inspiration thing when it comes to like tree building, that applies to all things in Minecraft. Getting inspiration from other people is really the only way, or one of the best ways. I won't say the only way, but it's one of the best ways you can get better at building in this game, is just looking at what other people are up to and kind of like learning the building tips, tricks, and also just method that other people use when it comes to building. Hey, Draken? I want to say that's how you say your name, but if I'm wrong, you can let me know. Don't feel bad for spamming it. You're in the stream right now. I give you full permission to throw all your stuff in there. You know? It's cool. I want to look through it. Code, I've been working on making another animation, but building up your house on your world is taking a while. Aww. Thank you. I do really like the animations, and I will probably, I'll talk to you about this after the stream, but I might try and ask you how you did it, so I can do a similar thing for my starting soon screen. Because currently I just use my starting soon screen is just a it's just a failed attempt to make a YouTube thumbnail or a YouTube banner, because I did it in the wrong aspect ratio, so like most of it got cut off. So yeah, that's what my starting soon screen is right now. So I kind of need like a little GIF or something to do to do for like my starting soon. That's just a little like animation or something that's cute that I can just have on repeat in the background. Maybe have some of the logos that I put on the banner and stuff, just to let people know that I am starting the stream soon, but I'm getting ready, you know. Oh, your oddball. Okay. All your techniques and advice. Yeah, painting, drawing, and painting. It's the same thing. Like, a lot of people think that building in Minecraft is like, oh, you're just playing a game, you know? It's nothing serious. But when you're building, it is an art form, and a lot of the techniques that apply to art apply to Minecraft building, in my opinion, at least. Like, it all really does, like, actually apply, and, like, really taking into account, like, how artists paint and stuff. It's a lot of how you get, like, stuff like, B-Dubs' builds. Like, he really tries to import some of those like techniques that like artists do. Like one of his recent videos, like painting or like building a painting in Minecraft. That's not what I wanted to press. I wanted to press F4. But like that video like really put into context. Like he does a lot of thinking of like how does an artist themselves go about creating an image, and then how can I replicate those kind of techniques in Minecraft. A phenomenal video if you've not seen it. Phenomenal video. Fully recommend if you want to get better at building. That's another really great video to go watch. But I also remember like early on in my building days watching all of Grian's build tutorials, because he went into method and not block for block, which I think was a really amazing thing that he did for all of us, to be able to go back and watch all those videos and get some of those like tips and tricks like from an actual build and seeing it all come together. Yeah, block for block, in my opinion, is not the way to get better at Minecraft building. It really all hinges on those kind of method videos and like really trying to think about process when you're building. I think those are really good. And Grian is another great YouTuber for that kind of thing. I think I'm good with this one too. I think it's a little flat up at the top in some areas. Maybe we add like one leaf, like right here. How does that feel looking from a distance? I don't like that. But I think we leave the leaf out, and then I place one right. Oh, well, there. Another big advice I have when tree building, and I probably should have been using it, is having silk touch on an axe with lower efficiency. Mine's efficiency 4, and it's really nice when you're like trying to get leaves and stuff, like break some leaves. Better than using shears, because then you like delete like a whole branch of stuff. But yeah, using an axe or like another tool with silk touch on it to really get your leaves back whenever you're breaking them or redoing a step. Highly recommend. I should be using it. Yeah, block for block is the Minecraft equivalent of just tracing a thing, and you're not going to get better doing that. You can repeat what someone else has done, but it's not going to tell you like the thought process behind doing it and like how you can approach the next thing you build. Okay, we've got one more tree. Real quick, I'm gonna look at something. Let's make sure I'm all good. Cool. Okay. Let's see. How long has it been? It's been. Okay, we've still got time. I'm in no particular rush. I do need to eventually eat dinner because it's almost dinner time, and I need to actually cook for myself because I'm a big boy and have to feed myself. I think I'm gonna do. What should I do today? I think I'm gonna do pasta. I think that's what I feel. I think I'm gonna do some pasta. Awesome, man. I'm gonna check those out after the stream, because I do really genuinely like seeing other people's builds, and whenever you guys post something like that, it really does. It does. Like, I like when people are active in my Discord. It does really like make me happy seeing people chatting and stuff. Like, I think that is like one of my favorite things about this whole YouTube thing was getting to build like a community of people. I think that's something that I'm really excited about. So yeah, if you ever have builds that you want to post, please post them. I'll look at them. I'll enjoy them because most of the time they're really good. I really, really enjoy all of the stuff that gets posted. Hi! Can you get out like that? You're cute. You're really cute being up on the fence like that. Please don't get out. I don't think she can. Cool. Fern did tell me a really cool thing about the copycat blocks that I might go through old exhibits and do, or in new exhibits, is that you can use the ghost blocks to make it so you can put the leaves down. And it works with the bushy leaves texture to essentially make it so they just walk straight through the block. And I think it's a really good idea and something that I'm probably going to go back. He talked about it in the world tour video when I had him on the world. So I definitely like probably. I'm just worried that it might lag a little bit, but I think I really only have to do it to the ones in the enclosures, and they keep the bushy leaves and stuff. So I feel like there's no reason not to. So probably will be a project for a day. One day is just go back to all the old enclosures. I am genuinely thinking about updating some of them. Like I think the aloes is a big one I want to update. I'm not happy with like the like flower patches, and then also just the style of fence and stuff. Like I'm no longer happy with it. I would like it to kind of curve more out this way, kind of connect back up. And I think most of that will be using the new chain link fencing blocks that Fossils added. And that'll be something I come back to, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit harder, but you can definitely tell when they're off. Like you can they are a little harder to see with the shaders, but like that edge right there, like that's like created a whole edge, and you can definitely see it from afar, you know. Like it's harder to see, but yeah, it's a small detail but a noticeable one when it's on and off. Yeah, yeah. I think it's also because I'm a yapper, like a little bit. Like I'm a little bit of a. I think you can ask my friends and stuff. I am if you get me talking, I'm unsettled by, or is it unsettled? I I get a feeling of unease in the quiet, especially when I'm playing Minecraft, because I typically when I'm playing Minecraft, I've got a show or something, or like just a YouTube video in the background whilst I'm playing, because I like the background noise. But when I'm streaming, I have to be the background noise, you know? Thank you, Dane. Thank you for letting them know. Dane is or Mimoshmim is his username. He has been one of my closest friends since like 6th grade. He knows I'm a yapper. I'm a yapper. I need like I need the sound waves happening when I'm playing a video game, or else it's not conducive. And yeah, I'm afraid of the quiet. Also, it's been a real struggle. I am definitely the person that sings in the VCs a lot of the time. Because I used to be in choir and acapella in an acapella group. So quiet unsettles me. But it's kind of hard when you're streaming, because you know can't really play the music I want to listen to because I'd get smacked with the copyright so fast. So fast. Which I don't mind. It's just I'm scared of it. Like I don't know how the process works, and like I don't want like a video to be taken down or a stream VOD to be taken down, or anything like that. You know, and I don't want, like, I know there's isn't the rule if you contest the copyright strike like 3 times and lose 3 times, you get your channel banned or something? Which is like, whoa, that's crazy. If that ever happened, I'd literally be so distraught. And like I don't ever want to like have that happen. Like I know Jacob like once talked to me, like he had a mega episode for I think his single player video, and it got copyrighted, which was weird because none of the individual videos got copyrighted, so he contested it like once, maybe twice, and he got to that like third point of like where they were like, oh yeah, one more time you're gonna get banned, and he was like, nope, I'm not doing that. That was a really big sum up. Yeah, Evil Banana. I think the thing recently has been Modern Family. I have been watching all of Modern Family. I think I'm on like season 5 right now, whilst I play. And then obviously every time like Green or somebody posts, or like a Hermitcrafter, I've got their video on in the background. You know, just something to fill the quietness. And it's also like all of my roommates are currently out of the house, or out of the apartment. So like I can't go bother any of them, you know. Yeah, I just don't. I'm a bit of a yapper, but thank you for enjoying that and continuing to watch my rant sessions, because that's what they are really. This is literally just me ranting and putting out free content for you guys, or like, you know. The streaming I'm finding is a really easy platform for me, just to like get stuff done and to also get content out to you guys. I know not everyone watches the streams, but if you do watch the streams, you know, you get some of that exclusive Dinos content, and you get to see some stuff about the world that like hasn't been seen yet, just in the nature of what we're doing. That if you were just watching the videos, you would have no idea that I was building this patch of trees right now. But if you do tune into the lives, it is a really nice form of easy content for me to make, because it doesn't take a whole lot to set up the stream and then to like find something to work on. Like I've been enjoying just kind of getting on, figuring out something or other that I can just start doing. Like today, I was kind of on the fence, like, do I get on the hardcore world because I don't want to show them what's been happening on the Moses side of things? But then I was like, oh, I could just you know, I could just throw on a little stream, build some trees in an area that's needed them for a while. This one's really big, by the way. This tree is a really tall tree. I don't know why I made it so tall. Hey, yeah, I did prove your point, right? You couldn't think of anyone to draw, Aces? I would say you should draw... Have you drawn Fern yet? You should draw Fern. He's a cutie. You know, he's a keeper. I love that man so much. Let's see. How are we feeling from the back? I'm feeling good. It's definitely a big tree. Ooh, are these ones in line? They're basically in line, which is kind of annoying. Which, maybe one day I'll go through and change. I did start watching it. I watched the, what was it called? The animated one, like the first one in the set you sent. And I watched, I want to say 3 or 4 episodes, and I really liked the art style. That one was really cool. I haven't been able to watch a whole lot just because I was with family for the holidays and I started a new job. And then when I wasn't doing that, I've been really trying to get this video done. But I did watch that one. I forget what it was called. I'm so sorry. But I did really enjoy it. It was thoroughly entertaining. Yeah, I just can't have silence. I don't know what it is about the quiet that unsettles me. I just don't enjoy it. I don't like hearing myself think, I guess. Which is weird because I do a lot of thinking. about like the stuff I'm doing like right now, but I don't know. I like to have something else to pull my attention. I watched all of Stranger Things before the 5th season came out, whilst playing on the Dinos world, by the way. Just so I could like be caught up and stuff for the new season. That was fun. I typically go through a show like whilst I'm playing, and it's really good. I think this is good. I think that's a solid tree. What do you guys think? I think all 4 of the ones we built, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I think they do help this area. I think that like it's kind of small, like it's hard to notice that we've added trees here just because there's trees all throughout here, but that has made this little area a lot better. I feel like that's helped. Yes, my new job is an engineering thingy. I'm working at a local firm, a design company that does civil engineering plans. So yeah, started that. Work from 8 to 5. So you know, kind of most of my day I spend there. So it's kind of hard to work on videos right now. That's probably why videos will be less frequent. Like I was kind of getting in a once a week vibe there, but it'll probably be like once every 2 weeks, probably going forward. 9th episode conspiracy thing. I didn't believe it, but I hoped for it. I kind of wanted it to be a thing because I thought it would be so cool if it was a thing. But yeah, I don't think it's happening. I don't think they thought of that, and I don't think people should be mad at them for not thinking of that. You know, like it's kind of a crazy thing to put on the Duffer Brothers. Like I understand some of the criticisms, but I also feel like people are being overtly analytical. Like I feel like people are getting mad at some of the smallest of things. And like the plot holes, yeah, some of them are glaring, but also like inherently people wanted answers, and I'm pretty sure the Duffer Brothers went into the show without thinking that there was going to be a second season. So like trying to explain everything, you know, in a way that makes sense was definitely a mammoth task. And I think for the task that the Duffer Brothers had to pull off, I think they did good. Like I think that they pulled it off in a way that to me was satisfying. Like, was it the best finale ever that I could have ever dreamed up? No, probably not. Was it a good finale? In my opinion, yes. I've seen a lot of shows like Game of Thrones, for example, that just absolutely fumbled the finale. It's unsatisfying. You're left like really unsatisfied. I've seen other finales like, you know, like The Flash, like even that, like I was like, why, what? But like for that big of a series and for how many characters and for all that, I like the final episode. Yeah. Yeah. I think like I don't want to like be mad at them for not thinking of it. Like they probably could have, but like also like it's so out there and has never been done before that I don't think like they thought about it beforehand, you know? I don't think you can blame them for not thinking of it. And I do feel bad for the Duffer Brothers because imagine like spending, and the Stranger Things guys, like imagine spending so much time and effort into your show and then people like not liking it. It would be like if I built the Moza enclosure and then posted the video and you guys started being like, so when's the remodel? Like the episode, like the second it was posted, you know? Hold on real quick. I'm gonna, my Windows nightlight came on because I have that enabled for some reason. I need to go through and turn it off. But like if I like posted the video and then people immediately started asking for the redesign, like that would hurt my feelings like a lot, you know? Like that would hurt down in here. Like I will probably like, you know, come back through and redesign some old things for me, but no one specifically asked me to redesign the Stegos. But like I want to. And if it was like if someone asked like, would you ever reconsider like redecorating the Pachyrhinosaurus enclosure? Yeah, I'd probably, like, if someone commented that, I'd be like, oh yeah, probably. But if someone, like, commented, like, you ever thought about redesigning the Spinosaurus enclosure when that episode was, like, the second to last one that came out, I'd be kind of like, well, no, I just built that, you know? Strong feelings about it, but I thought it was fine. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like I understand some of the people being unhappy with, like, how it ended and stuff, but, like, I feel like it was a decent ending. It tugged at my heartstrings in the right ways. Like, I was sad in the end for some of the characters that died. And then, like, I will tell you, I could not have cared about the character from season 2 that just showed up. I'm trying not to spoil it for anyone that still wants to watch it, because, you know, I know some people don't want that. But, like, that one character from season 2 that just showed back up, like, I did not give a crap about them in the slightest. Could not care about them at all. Like, I get they tried to make me care, but I just could not. They had not been a thing in the show for so long that it just I did not care. That's my 2 cents about that person. I do wish the demos were there. I kind of like the headcanon that they were absorbed to make the Mind Flayer's body. Like, that's the... and that they were the eggs that were kind of, like, underneath the Mind Flayer. Maybe that's giving too much credit. Yeah, I was so mad at that character. I also think that the Mind Flayer should have been a thing sooner. Like, I feel like it should have had more screen time, more presence throughout the time. Like, I know that they were kind of teasing it throughout the season with all of the Vecna stuff and, like, stuff like that, but I just genuinely think that it should have had more of a presence throughout the season. But yeah, that character, I did not care for. If you've not seen the big, like, finale of Volume 1 where that character came back, like, I saw that character and, like, did not care that they had revealed them. Like, I liked all the stuff with, like, Will's character in that episode, but the stuff about, like, that secret person, I was like, oh, that's behind the door? Wow. That was it. I didn't like it. That's my 2 cents. I didn't like that reveal. I did not care about that reveal at all. Or that character, like, even how the character was utilized in the end, I did not care for. Like, I feel like there could have been potential to, like, maybe, like, I know everyone would say, turn them into a villain. No, I don't think that was the right move, but, like, maybe have them, like, I don't know. I think there were some things that they could have done that they didn't do with that character, and it made me not like them. Yeah, I think a war would have been cool. But then again, with how the Demogorgons were moving this past season, I don't think any of the characters stood a chance. Like, you remember, like, the military scene? Like, I don't think any of our heroes with their slingshots and, like, baseball bats could have done a single thing against an army of demos. You know? Like, so that's probably why they weren't in the finale. Like, the demos were just so overpowered, in my opinion. Like, sometimes, like, I don't know. Some people say that they were inconsistent with the nerfs, like, with the demo's power. But, like, I think it also makes sense. I saw a video about this. Like, the demos kind of play like a D&D character where they're vulnerable to, like, piercing damage. Or something like that. Like, there's a specific... I'm not a big D&D person, but there's a specific type of damage that the demos, like, always took. Like, fire damage is what they're weak and vulnerable to, and then, like, I want to say, like, piercing damage is the thing. And then, like, the military did not fight them correctly or whatever. I saw that, and I thought that was a cool, like, headcanon, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, you know? But yeah, I will say I did miss their presence in the final, like, fight. It would have been cool to, like, at least see them a little bit. Mike kind of was a nothing character this whole season. Like, he kind of just served as Will's love interest and then Elle's boyfriend. And, like, but not even, because, like, they had, like, little to no sweet sentimental moments until the last, last minute. But that song did hit me, with them too. Yeah, the main character, like, I feel like the cast was kind of bloated, and like as much as I loved all the characters and I didn't want any of them to die, I do wish some of them died. Like, I don't like the dying for no reason tropes. Like, people that, like, the things that, the TV shows that just kill off their characters in the end for no apparent reason. Like, I think some of the, like, the Game of Thrones and then The Walking Dead are some of the biggest offenders of that. But, like, I don't know. They're, like, no way they went to the Upside Down and then went to the thing that made the Upside Down such a terrible, evil place, and none of them died. Not a single one. Oh yeah, Mike was like the main character in season 1. Like, especially since I had watched like all of the seasons leading up to the 5th season coming out. Like, Mike really got sent to the back burner towards like later seasons, and that was always kind of disappointing because I like Mike's character, and I think Finn Wolfhard is an amazing, phenomenal actor. Much better than a certain other on the cast. So that's my 2 cents on that, I guess. I am glad Steve lived. You know what? If, like, they said it in the thing, like, Dustin and Steve said, I die, or, like, if you die, I die. If they died, I died. Like, I'm so sorry, guys. If they had died, the videos would stop, and you would know why. Because I don't think I could live in a world where Steve or Dustin died. Those have always been my... Like, I know it's cliche to say that they're my favorite characters, but they have always been my favorite characters. Even in season 1, I like Steve. I like Steve. He went to go apologize. And that takes an act of courage and a realization that you're wrong. That takes gall. And Steve had that, and he was always really funny. Yeah. Like, and Joe Keery as just a person is so funny. He's so, like, I just love him. His face is so lovable. I love his music. Joe's music is so good. I've been listening to Joe a lot since the finale, and it's so good. Okay, I'm trying to think. I have a little checklist of stuff that I've been meaning to complete for this episode. I'm going to go ahead and cross off trees by the aloes because we've done the trees. Now I'm just going to kind of do some, like, forest floor stuff. Just a little bit, like little bushes here and there. Oh, I need to do, like, smaller trees, don't I? Yeah, I should do smaller trees. Yeah. I really don't understand what happened to Susie. Like, Susie was a big thing in seasons 3, and she even had, like, a role helping out our characters in season 4. Like, getting Will and stuff. Like, I'm very surprised that she, like, couldn't have been utilized to, like, hack into some computers for the military or something. Like, I get maybe it's because it was, like, cut off from the outside world, like, the military was, like, cutting off the outside world from Hawkins and stuff. But, like, still, I don't really know why they didn't include her. Okay. Now, we're going to shift gears, and we're going to use acacia leaves. We might need to go get some more acacia leaves real quick. I think we're going to need to go get some more acacia leaves. Because 2 is not enough. I could either farm them or I could fly over there. What do we think? I think I fly over there just because I don't want to plant a bunch. But I'll take my ender chest because I'll need the iron box for the shears. There we go. It is not too far. Will the Spinos get? Yes, they will. I typically when I hatch a new animal, I typically say give name suggestions on that video that they are hatched in, and then in the next video I name them. But they are named. I have them named in the world. I actually recorded that just before the stream of me naming them. I think I used 4 different comments just because I wanted to mix and match a little bit from everybody, because there were a lot of comments on the names. So thank you to everybody that commented. But yeah, so I did that. They are named, currently named in the world. It'll be in the next video. Next video will probably come out Friday. Just because, and I would say expect more streams throughout the weeks and stuff. But just because they're easier for me to do after work and stuff, and like if I have energy to do them, I will definitely try and like stream throughout the week more to kind of make up for the fact that I'll be posting more infrequently. Probably like once every 2 weeks will be my kind of goal schedule, but I make no promises towards that, you know. Not to confirm anything, Peaky and Fossils. That might be one of their names. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that I'm not even gonna hide it yet. I did pick that one. Don't you worry. I don't know how to say it correctly. What is it? Felucia? I don't really know how to say it. Feluca? I couldn't tell you how to say it, but it is the name of one of them. It is the name. And then one of them is named after the mercenary that died in Rebirth, in Jurassic World Rebirth, because I thought that was funny. And then one of them is named Stern, because someone else said the boats thing, like the boat stuff. And then I don't remember what the other one was named. Deidre, I think, was the other one. I need to get like a netherite hoe or something to like actively... I need to actually put netherite on my axe. I've been playing in this world for so long and I don't have netherite for my axe and shovel. Because I did already update and they made it harder to netherite your stuff because you have to get the templates and I don't have the templates. And I meant to do that before I updated the world, but I ended up being like, no, I don't want to. I don't care to go in busting. Fwhip. I did not name one Gertrude. I'm so sorry, Aces. There were a lot of suggestions on the last video, which I'm always really happy to see. I really like when people, you know, actively participate in naming stuff. There in the, I forget which one it was, but I think it was the aquarium where the naming was like kind of all over the place, and there were some creatures that didn't have any name suggestions, and then others had like 5. So I had to like repurpose and rebrand some, and then not rebrand, but like, you know, repurpose them onto different species and such. Why is there no tree? I think I've already been to this acacia, but why is there like no acacia biome? Forgot how tiny this was. This should probably be enough. We'll head back. If I need any more. Yeah, if you, by the way, I've never shouted this out in a video, but once you get in the world download, if you guys decide to get in the world download, there's a spare set of armor and rockets and an elytra down here. I could take this back and use this elytra, but I don't, because it's for you guys. Love you. That's your guys' wings. But I also like, I will say, sometimes I like just not flying through this world. Because you're not meant to fly over it. You're meant to look at it from the ground. You know? Oh, bye, Fossil. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. But yeah, this whole world is meant to be seen from the ground, and I really need to do a better job of not flying so much everywhere I go. There we go. Okay, for these ones, I don't think I put any of these kind of trees over here. So we'll do some small ones. No problem, evil banana. I got you. You'll always have a set of wings in this world. We're gonna do, I want to say here. So what I typically do for these ones, because they're a little bit different, is I place them down, place like a starting point, and I build up like 1 or 2 blocks, and then I kind of mix in the dripstone with the granite, and then I kind of like put off another like diagonal branch or something to kind of give it a little bit of interest. And we'll throw in some of the granite, and then I typically kind of build up 1 more and then place another branch. Like let's do 1 here, like just 1 over instead of on the diagonal. I think that's good. And then for the actual branches, I typically take spruce wood, and I kind of begin placing them on the side, kind of just like little flat branches almost, trying to leave some gaps for air, is the big thing, because you don't want to overwhelm with just be a blob of leaves if I did. Do I have my scaffolding? I do. Build up a little bit, not that. We'll kind of get on to this branch as well. And we'll put one facing this way. I want to say. Yeesh. And not that. And then maybe on the top, like the very top, I only do 1 slab. We'll do this one going this direction. And then once I have like all the branches kind of, I think I typically just kind of grab the acacia leaves. These ones always have acacia in this world. And I just kind of place little patches on top of them, like so, that kind of build them up. Sometimes I add some variety, and we'll sleep real quick, but like already that's kind of like added like a layer onto there. Sorry, the nighttime like gets like dark early, and then like I need to sleep so that way I can actually see what I'm doing in the time-lapse footage. But it takes forever for the sun to actually go down low enough for me to, you know, use. Cacti have skeleton aces? That's weird. Why they got those? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You know? Please let me sleep. This is not interesting for the viewers. Let me sleep, world. I will go ahead and refill my rockets while we're waiting. I have a lot of rockets. I AFK'd for like a solid day just above my rocket farm machine thingy. Did good. We did good. Let me sleep. There we go. There we go. Okay, where was I? I was over here. And then, so, again, you just I kind of follow the platforms. And kind of try and, like, vary them a little bit. It's hard to vary them, you know, so much. Because they're a very similar pattern for all of them that I kind of follow. And I try and focus more of the interesting shape on the trunk. And try and vary that more than anything. But the leaves are pretty consistent, I want to say. But, overall, it does create a nice looking tree, in my opinion. Yeah, just a little something different. I like it. It looks cool. I think we do, I didn't resume recording. I think we do another one here, but kind of have it like overhang this way. I meant to do dripstone. Come on, place. There we go. And we'll do kind of like this, honestly. Yep, I think that's good. And we'll put our slab going that way. And for this one, I kind of want... We'll do a thing there. We'll do a thingy here. Like so. And then I want to say... Let me get my scaffolding situated. I don't know if I have... I don't think I based this off anything. I won't lie. I think I kind of just came up with this on a whim and have just kind of stuck with it because it did kind of feel, I want to say, prehistoric-y, you know, in a way. I don't think that's a good descriptor of what this tree is. But no, I probably should have looked at some references for this one, but no, I've just kind of... I wanted a different shape tree than just the straight like spruce trees almost. And this one kind of feels a little like savanna-y almost. And I don't know, I've just been building this since day one. I'm a day one supporter of this tree type. I don't know, I might like I'm not the happiest with it anymore. Like I probably could do better in terms of a tree, but it's just that it's already so ingrained into this world. And it does create like a cool canopy, I want to say. But yeah, if I could go back and change it, I probably would now, or like, you know, going into this series. But it's too late to change it because it's kind of like consistency. That is a battle with like long-term worlds, is like, how do you blend innovation and consistency? You know, like there are new things that I want to try, and I kind of get away with that in like terms of biomes and stuff. Like the willow trees in the swamp is like something that I was experimenting with when it comes to like tree building. And it doesn't fit in anywhere but the swamp so far, because of how this forest is already built in. Eventually I want to transition into a redwood, and hopefully I'll get to like experiment some in that capacity, you know? But again, we're just going to have to see where everything goes. This one, 2, 3. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll break this one up as well. Any big plans for this year? Obviously, I'm gonna keep doing YouTube. I started a new job in terms of like my career, so that's exciting for me. My big goal is just to keep working at that firm, and also I have school later in the year that I go back to, because my schooling is kind of interesting, where we do like co-op or like intern semesters where we just specifically work for an internship, and that's kind of where I'm at now in my schooling. So I get to like spend the semester working. So that's the biggest thing that I'm probably going to be doing this year. You know, just trying to get my degree, get my civil engineering degree. I want to keep doing YouTube. I've been having so much fun. It's this like making YouTubes is just a hobby, and it's kind of something that relaxes me. I don't think I'll ever be one of those big YouTubers that are like playing Minecraft as a job. You know, if it happens, you know, that'd be pretty cool. but I don't ever foresee it happening. What am I trying to do here? I'm just trying to get up there. One more attempt with the rockets, and if I fail this, we're just gonna use there we go. But yeah, so that's one of the biggest things, like, just keep working at school and stuff. YouTube-wise, like, honestly, this past year has been phenomenal for me. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is something I never thought would happen. And it boggles my mind that many of you actually want to watch these videos. But genuinely, it does, like, it makes me happy. I've had a really good year on YouTube. They've sound, or not, the words. I never thought I would be able to make money off of this at all. And, YouTube has started, you know, like, paying me for you guys watching through the ads and such. And so that's really cool, being able to, like, say, hey, I got paid, like, $100 for just playing Minecraft. And, like, I really, like, enjoy that kind of feeling. Like, that's my art, honestly, has been taking off in that regard. So yeah, YouTube this year has been really good to me, and I want to keep doing YouTube going forward. So yeah, keep working in this world. Biggest projects probably coming up is probably just keep working on different biomes, keep working on, I want to do an info center I've talked about for, like, members wall and, like, stuff like that. And I kind of want to, like, shout you guys out a little bit more in this world, give you a place to, like, really highlight the stuff that you guys get up to. So, like, fan art and, like, members list will be going in there, and just stuff like that. Like, I want to do stuff like that. The aquariums come along. I want to get to the megalodon hopefully this year. I definitely want to get more of the creatures, but I also want to pace myself. I don't ever want to run out of this world, you know, or, like, run out of things to do in this world. I want to keep my Dinos world going for a long time, just because I've been having fun with it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird balance, I'd say, but something that I'm trying to maintain. Do have some biomes just randomly places and struggle to, yeah. It's just, it's hard when you're dealing with this mod, especially, because, like, a lot of these dinosaurs come from different time periods where the Earth looked completely different. Some, you know, like, didn't have flowers. So it's hard to be a judge of, like, what all, you know, should have, like, what you should put in different things. So, you know, like, I try and take it not too seriously, and, like, everything has to be paleo accurate or anything. Like, I've never really, I don't want to say I've not cared. Like, I do care to an extent, but it also, like, it's kind of hard to replicate exactly what people want in terms of that. Like, for it to be paleo accurate. I mean, at the end of the day, this is Minecraft. It's hard to really get that level of accuracy in block funny game. But I do take it into consideration in a lot of instances when it comes to, like, builds and such. So it's not something that's, like, absent from my mind. It's just something that's really hard to achieve in the game. So yeah, build empty enclosures when I've made every dinosaur. That would be funny, wouldn't it? But then again, like, Fossils is continuously updating. I know that they're like, it takes them a while to update and stuff, but they are working behind the scenes and having a friendship with a lot of them. It's nice to see some of that stuff, and I get, like, little teasers here and there, not, like, big things, but, like, I hear about things, hear about, like, how development and stuff is coming along. And it's really cool to see that stuff. So I, like, kind of matching their pace as well, like, being able to just be like, oh yeah, 7 new creatures, yippee! As well as there are things I can build and things I can work on, things like the info center that aren't necessarily a dinosaur enclosure or have dinosaurs in them, but more of just a general building that expands the park and expands the world building that we're in. Working on projects like that will definitely, like, if I spend an episode or two building the info center, right? That's 2 episodes and probably like that. What did I say? I'm gonna try and do 2 every 2 weeks, have a video. That's 2 episodes that constitute 4 weeks of time, allowing those 4 weeks of like the mod developers to update. So like working on projects like that are related and help expand out and build out the world building of this world will definitely help, you know, in terms of that kind of stuff. I need more dark oak fences because I have 14 and that's not enough for what I need to do right now. But let's see if I have any dark oak. I do not. We shall grow some. I have 4 saplings. That's probably not enough. But we'll do stuff. I go down here to the moss farm. There's the rockets, and then here is moss. We should have some bone meal. Ow. Hit my head. Yeah, are they doing? I thought they were doing Cedar Mountain next. I think, yeah, it's Cedar Mountain, right? Because what would they add for Hell Creek that isn't our? Because they have, isn't Allosaurus Hell Creek and stuff? I could be so wrong. Like I've said before, I'm a dinosaur nerd, but I'm not a dinosaur expert. And there is a distinction because I do not know a lot of the knowledge that I probably should. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, Cedar Mountain, that one will be cool. I think it was 7 dinos, if I remember right. I know I made like a whole segment of my video about it because I was struggling for content on that one. But Morris, okay. Okay, yeah. What is Hell Creek? Is that? Okay, yeah, okay, that's what it is. Yeah. I get those mixed up a lot because I just know it's like what they're both like the popular dinosaurs come from Morrison and then Hell Creek. And I don't remember which one's which. But yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, Cedar Mountain should be a really phenomenal update when the devs get to adding it. Like being able to have 7 new creatures is always a bonus, and I'm pretty excited because they're adding some carnivores, which I think out of everything is something that I want more of. But also, so some people say herbivores, but technically there are more herbivores than carnivores in the mod. And when it comes to large carnivores specifically, there are not a lot. Like the largest ones are the T-Rex and the Spino. And then outside of that, there's not a whole lot. There's, you know, the raptors are smaller. The aloes even are kind of small. But they're like the next big things. But yeah, everything else is pretty small. Is that where dueling dinosaurs come from? Yeah. To make updates, formation themes. Yeah, I like that too. I thought the mega update was really funny when they added things that all had the prefix mega. I thought that was funny. It made me chuckle when I saw that. But yeah, I do like the devs work really hard on all of the updates, and I'm excited to get get to see some of the new creatures like in the game. Like obviously the what's it called, the previews and stuff have looked really cool. And yeah, just having more animals to play around with is always a welcome addition to the mod. But yeah, being able to match their update pace will be really nice, and that's something like that I'm keeping in mind. Obviously, we're nowhere near close to it being a problem as of right now. You know, like we're nowhere near every animal. Like if I go, I think I have the list in here. Where is it? Is it this one? Yes. Okay. Just looking at the herbivores, I don't even have half. I don't think. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I'm not even got half of the herbivores. Carnivores. Let me update this. We've got the spinos and nothing else. We don't even have half the carnivores. Almost none of the avian ones. Bugs, not done. I've got all the living fossils. That's what I've done. The aquatics. We are almost done with the aquatics because we now have the mosasaur, but we've got one more left, and they're adding a new one in that update. So we have that. These two we don't have, and is that? We don't have either of these. Don't yell at me that Postosuchus is in with the crocodilians, and then none of the Cenozoic creatures, like all of those, all of the amphibians. Like, we've done a lot in this world, but we don't have as many creatures as you would think. So, like, this series can go on for a really long time. You know, like, this can keep going for a while just with the things we have now. So, them adding, like, stuff in the future as well, like, or like adding 7 new creatures and new updates, that's like, if you think about one creature per video, that's like 14 weeks of content for me on top of the SMP and the hardcore world stuff that I'm doing. Like, it's a lot, like, of content that I can produce, you know. Like, so this series is not slowing down anytime soon. And even then, I'm like, it's still a thing that I think about in the back of my mind, like, hey, don't just do dinos because you want there to be some kind of wiggle room for the devs to update and stuff. So I don't know if I've explained that poorly. Let me know, but that's kind of where I stand in regards to that. Is just like, I can break it up with some of the builds and stuff, and hopefully I never run out of things to keep doing. Yeah, I would love more hadrosaurs. Like big hadrosaurs and like more variety in the families of dinosaurs that we have. You know, like we have a brachiosaur, we have a diplo, but I would love some other sauropods to like mix in there. And then again, yeah, like a lot of the herbivores, we have like one from every like kind of popular like type, but we don't have a bunch of variety for each type. But I do think in Cedar Mountain they're fixing that a little bit, because I think they're adding, I think they're adding 2 ankylosaurids, no? I could be wrong, but I know they're adding Gastonia, and they're adding a Therizinosaurid. And then I know they're adding Utah Raptor, I want to say, as well. I'm trying to remember the list. And then Acrocanthosaurus is another bigger carnivore, which is always welcome to me. Trying to remember what else they're adding. It's hard to remember. I know they're saying 7. If someone wants to go look on the Fossils Discord, they have it in an announcement up a ways. Or you can go to that one video that I made that was planning and stuff, and maybe I'll go rewatch it and just see what they were planning on adding. But yeah, no, that one is really cool. They're adding a shark, a smaller shark, which is really cool. It's nice to see something that I can put in the aquarium again and like get to work. Like when I found out that it was gonna be a shark, I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing, because that gives me an excuse to continue to expand the aquarium in the bottom section. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm excited nonetheless to have that little bit there. Are they adding a sauropod? Here, I can go look real quick. I wanna say hopefully everything's still working. I think it would be in their announcements channel. But where is this thing? There's the update for the posty. I forgot they kind of updated the trees in that one as well. It's up a ways. I know it's here. Where is this list? They announced it. Oh, there's the port update. I could be so lost on this. Oh, found it. Okay. They are adding the Acrocanthosaurus, Falchyrus, Gastonia sauropelta, Tenontosaurus, and Utahraptor. Okay, so they're adding a raptor, which is welcome. Love the Utahraptor. That's cool. The Tenontosaurus, I want to say, is a kind of like the Hydros. What is it? What am I thinking of? Which one? Where is you? Where is you? Which one is it? Why am I blinking on the name? It's kind of a dry. Yeah, it's a Dryosaurus. That's what I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Tenontosaurus was kind of a Dryosaurus-looking dinosaur. Then Sauropelta and Gastonia are ankylosaurids, and then Falchyrus is a therizzinosaurid, and then Acrocanthosaurus and Utahraptor you probably should know. And then they're adding a small shark that I forgot what the name of it was, but it was kind of a little boy, and he looked really cool to use. So yeah, overall, pretty excited. Pretty darn excited for that update. I feel like it'll be really cool to have that. Where's my chat? I accidentally closed it. Yeah. Oh yeah, Falchyrus is the Thero. Yeah. Yep. So generally a pretty good like roster of things. Like those would be a really cool set to have, and I am excited for them to be added. Like I think they will add a lot of life into our parks. I think, at least. And it'll just be it again will be cool to have more variety with everything, you know. Because, like, I will say that is probably, like, there's only one ankylosaur in the mod right now, right? It's just Ankylosaurus. So that's kind of, like, if you want to have variety in terms of your ankylosaurs, you can't have that. It's the same problem with the hadrosaurs. There's only Parasaurolophus. So I do agree, like, Edmontosaurus would be really cool. I'm personally holding out hope for Corythosaurus. I think that'll be a cool addition. With the crest and everything. So yeah, like just some of those like hadrosaurs would be a really cool one. I'd love to see Iguanodon, just because of, you know, how important it is to everything. But yeah, I would love to see a lot more like diversity amongst the different types of dinosaurs that we already have in the game. And with that next update, it sounds like that's kind of something they're addressing in terms of like adding in another Therizinosaurus and 2 ankylosaurids, which is really cool. I really like ankylosaurids, so I'm really excited to have Sauropelta and Gastonia. I think those are really good additions, and I'm pretty excited for them. I think that little bit has helped a lot. Like those small trees have helped, you know, add in that little bit of framework that we need. I'm going to add one more here. Yeah, Edmonto would be a really cool one. Like, I'm trying to think. Okay, this is not related to this world, because in this world, I do try and separate every single thing out And I just like that better. One, because I know that nothing will fight, and two, I don't know. I like having an excuse to build something individual for every single animal creature thingy. But let me know your opinions on the SMP. I'm kind of building an island. I've not started. I have not been on the SMP since I finished building the train station. I kind of took a break after the bridge and the train station video because there's just a lot of work. And I mean, I put a lot of work into this one too, but that it just has been a weird time with holidays and stuff. But when I get around to building the island, I kind of pondered the idea of like most of the herbivores being in groupings almost, like separated by like type almost. So like you've got your ankylosauruses, and then you've also got your sauropods, like kind of grouping them up in terms of like type of dinosaur. Just because I'm kind of building like a research facility island, kind of like what San Hubert was supposed to be in Rebirth, like a research facility for the different dinos. So that's kind of what I guess my vibe is. So I think it would be cool if I like have different combinations of dinosaurs that would, in theory, like belong to the same type. Probably we'll kind of try and keep them to the same time period as well. So I'll have to look into when, you know, like certain things were together. Like was Sauropelta, Gastonia, and Ankylosaurus in the same time period? Would they live together and stuff like that? But we shall see. We shall see what I get up to. Yeah. Iguanodon would be a really cool one. I would like another sauropod, maybe. Like, I think I said it earlier. Like, I think sauropods are phenomenal. And I would love another one. The other one, I do really like hadrosaurs. I think they just have such interesting head ornaments that it would be really cool to get more of them. I kind of want Stygimoloch, even though there's still so much debate about it. You know, whether or not it was Packy Baby or not. But I like it. I think it's cute. And I like the Fallen Kingdom one a lot. So I think it'd be cool to have that one in the game. I don't know. And like I said, more carnivores. I would love the Giga. I would love to have the Giganotosaurus. The Baryonyx, someone said it in the chat earlier when I was looking. Baryonyx is another really cool one. Like, I'd love to have another Spinosaurid. I think would be really cool. But yeah, I genuinely, more variety is always welcome, and I'm excited for whatever they decide to add. I think this is pretty good. I'm now going to do yeah, to see early Cretaceous gets reputation because usually it's the late Cretaceous that, yeah, true. Is it Dracorex or I thought it was Stygimoloch? Okay, it's both. Okay, yeah. Oh, Cryolophosaurus would also be a phenomenal one. Like another Dilophosaurid kind of like crested animal, like carnivore. Like I think that one's a really would be a really cool addition as well. I don't know. There again, we could ponder it. There's so many dinosaurs and there's so many things that we could want all the way till Sunday, and the devs, like they do have lives. They don't get paid for this. Like they don't make money off of Fossil Archaeology, and that's something I definitely commend about them. They put a lot of effort into something and for the fans, and it's so good. They do a phenomenal job. I can never thank them enough for essentially making my childhood and this series and like my experience on YouTube. It's all thanks to them, really, because it's their mod that they made, and it's like, yeah, they do a phenomenal job and they pace themselves, and that's all Like, what we get is what we get, and I'm so happy with that, because what we get is always really good. And whatever they decide to add is something that I will love. Whatever creatures they decide to, like, pour their hearts into, I will graciously accept it and appreciate it, because, you know how much effort it takes to, like, actually add in a mob, do all the programming to have it actually act correctly, do all the programming and doing all the modeling, the texturing, all of those things go into it, and it's a lot of work, and you can tell that they put a lot of care and attention into the mod, and that's what makes it great, in my opinion. So whatever they decide to add, I'm so happy with it. The mod had enough... Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember that time too, when I was, like, really young and, like, was so anxious about an update. Like, I just wanted one so bad. I remember the Mega update when they added all the Megaloceros, Megalania, all those things, and I remember loving that update. And yeah, I always wanted more update. But at the end of the day, you have to remember that they are people with lives and such. So, sometimes it takes them a while to update. And I think it's better, because sometimes, I always think that quality is better over quantity. That's why I'm never too pressed about, like, uploading a video directly on time. Like, I do feel bad when I don't, but I also am like, I would rather make sure that my video is good than throwing out slop. And I think they're the same way with the mod. They are more focused on the quality of the things that they add rather than just throwing out whatever thing they cooked up in one afternoon. So if that takes time, it takes time, And it does. It takes them loads of time. But that's something that we've just got to be okay with, But it definitely, like, it does build hype, I will say. Like, I am so hyped for the next update whenever it happens, or whenever I get my hands on it, Like, the day that they press the update button and I can see on Modrinth, Fossils and Archaeology received an update. Cedar Mountain. I will literally, like, need to change pants, because, like, I will pee myself with joy. It will be such a glorious day. Like, I can see myself now getting off of work and, like, coming home and, like, about to, like, just lay in bed and do nothing, and then I just see the notification and, like, jumping out of bed so excitedly to update. Like, it's so nice. Yeah. Other mods have tons of dinosaurs, but sometimes I don't like them. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I think some of those mods don't do as good of a job. I think they've focused on the quantity, and, like, their quality suffers. There are some mods that have a lot of quantity, or, like, quantity, but, like, the animations are lacking, Like, I think that Fossils does a really good job of integrating the dinosaurs into the game in a vanilla feeling way, and also making sure each dinosaur feels fully fleshed out and fully good, Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. They strike a really good balance between making it feel Minecrafty and also, like, it's dinosaurs. I think better than any mod that I play with and have played with. And they do have a good focus on accuracy. Now, on the downside, that means we've gotten, like, 1,500 T-Rex remodels, because that thing's changing all the time. So that would be, like, they do put a lot of, like, care into their accuracy, which is always really cool. Excuse me, sir. I was trying to look at my Allosaurus skeleton. Sir. Sir. Come on now. Yeah, it is, like, they do a really good job about balancing it and making it feel like the dinos and like the features are meant to be in the game. Like if you told me that Mojang just decided to add dinosaurs, I would think that it would look like the fossils and archaeology mod. Like I feel like what it would feel and look like would just be the fossils and archaeology mod. And that's probably why they don't add dinosaurs to the game, is because FA has already done a phenomenal job of just adding dinos. It is a fun. I think Unusual Prehistory. I think I've checked it out. If I'm thinking of the right one or the wrong one, I'm sorry. But I think a lot of those like are over textured. And they kind of detract from the Minecrafty feel of it all. Like I don't like the ones that are really heavily textured, and it does like kind of, it brings me out of it in a way, you know, in a way that like I don't really enjoy. And it's fine if you do. Like there's nothing wrong with having a preference on in terms of like, oh, I like this style of dinosaur texturing or this one. I just personally like ones that feel really tuned into the game and very vanilla feeling, and that's why Fossils is and forever will be my favorite. Okay, I'm really liking this. I think this is a good little, like this area was very much bare bones beforehand, and I think that what we've done today has definitely helped. I'm gonna add some tall ferns out the back here though. One, because I love him. Yeah, I made that joke today already. We'll do some right here as well. And you know what? Screw it. We'll throw some ferns there, some fern. Boop. We'll do boop boop. And boop. I think that adds a little bit more. I also would like to add some tall ferns here, because this has been vacant of ferns for a long while. I think that's good. Next little thing, we'll do some dead bushes here and there. Dead bushes are always a lovely addition. I just destroyed that fern. There we go. Maybe because this mod is a big part, I say for, yeah. Historic nature, it has so many creatures that are practically artificial ecosystems, but it has so much content that it's never. Oh yeah, that one is good, but it is like stuck in 1.12, and I don't know about you guys, but I definitely prefer modern Minecraft 1.12. As much as like those old versions hold nostalgia for me, you've got to admit the graphics they hurt my eyes. They like it's not like terrible, but like the new stuff is just so much nicer. It looks so much cleaner, in my opinion. I just don't think I can go back to older versions anymore. It just like every time I do, it's just like, ugh, what is this? I played this. Like just look at the old netherrack texture and tell me that that's not abysmal. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just I prefer modern Minecraft, so going back like that is not conducive to me enjoying. I think that has really helped. Like coming around here, like this looks a lot cooler. This statue is framed a lot nicer. Another big thing about tree building, framing and like intention where you're placing the trees. It can really help elevate a build. So like kind of framing this statue between the two big trees really like gives you a sense, and like having that one scaled like between them like really frames this really nice, in my opinion. Yep. The process once they're making a lot of progress with late Cretaceous content. See you later, Maximum. I think actually, with these sections done, I think that's pretty much all I really do have time for. Mostly because it's definitely dinner time, and I was meant to start cooking like probably 15 minutes ago. and I haven't started. So I'm really hungry. And I'd like to go eat dinner, at some point. So I just want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching. You guys are literally the light of my life. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream, and I hope that you liked some of my words about how to build. I hope I explained them good. I hope good, yes. Me am good, yes? Cool. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which is coming out Friday. Should be pretty cool. See ya. Hopefully I end the stream correctly. It might go another couple seconds.